At 9,630 pounds, this new generation of Eagle making landfall here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. They're not just setting the bar, they're raising it. Not only have they given this a full facelift that it didn't need, but good Lord, does it look good. They've enhanced equipment with things like carpetless slides, 12-volt refrigerators, and, ladies and gentlemen, big news, all Eagles, trailers, and fifth wheels, including this little 29 bunkhouse, are now rated for full-time RVing, just like North Point, just like Pinnacle, and they still carry that 2+3 warranty. There is nobody out there with a better warranty than Jayco's 2+3 full-time RVing warranty. First, a quick look with the slide closed. You want to know, I'm zipping down the road. What can I get to? What can I do with this thing? Well, I think that if you plan ahead a little bit and you fold this table down for transit, you can actually get through here and do a pretty good job. And it's really important I say fold this down before transit, because you'll see it in a little bit, the easy up-down Dream Dinette system this Eagle has, it actually can ride down the road in the up position. A lot of booth tables can't do that. Now you do need to do a little bit of knee crawling to get through here, but I don't think it's that bad. I think that if the RV were parked someplace where I needed to get around here, I needed to get to my drawers, my cabinets, my big new optional 12-volt refrigerator, you could do that. And hey, as long as we're talking about new cool features, how about the fact that this is now completely carpetless? Now, all opened up. Oh man, where do I even begin? There's a lot to cover. Well, let's talk about the most obvious thing, the decor that we're looking at here. Jayco introduced to the world of RVing the modern farmhouse decor, which is just being copied left and right by every other brand out there, and for good reason. It's gorgeous. But it's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea. The whites and the grays not working for everybody. While they had a decor called American Tradition, which is brown, and browner, they've touched it, updated it. They've brightened and lightened up some of the kitchen cabinetry a little bit. You see the slide fascia, they've just tweaked it. And good gravy, this American Craftsman decor, the new one, is just, it's gorgeous. It's so rich. It's just stunning what they're doing here. I love this. Now, one of the other more recent updates is the standardization of J command. So instead of having the little, USB rechargeable remote control, you've got a control panel here to handle like our systems and things like that. But one of my favorite aspects of it is you don't have to mess with the, control panel if you don't want to, because there's still just a simple light switch. And holy crap, what a light package they have in here. It's awesome. Now, we can see a lot of things, but you won't see the air conditioner. And if you don't see the square, then you won't hear the air, at least not nearly as well. If you have never been in an RV that has whisper ducting like Jayco's double helix system, you need to request from someone, and we're happy to demonstrate here at Haylett RV, a whisper air demo, because hearing is believing, or I don't know, maybe rather not hearing is believing. It's absurd the difference it makes. And I don't care what claims other brands make saying, well, our air conditioners aren't whisper quiet because they're organically quieter. That's malarkey. I carry a lot of different brands of RVs here at Haylett RV, and we carry some brands that make those claims. They're not true. If it's not whisper ducted, you're gonna hear it. Now, I don't mind the AC noise. I know some people really get worked up about it. It doesn't bother me, but I love the fact that you just don't hear it in here, because like if you're sitting in this optional theater seat directly across from that entertainment center right there, you don't have to crank the TV up to 11 just to hear that thing. It's easy. All the windows open for airflow. You've got the nice blackout shades, plus they are tinted windows, which is great. Plus there's light switches, like by the dinette, by the theater seat, for the lights over your head. It's just simple and easy. Now let's start diving in here. I touched on some new fancy updates early on, but the carpetless update, especially right here in the dining area, that is so impactful to me. Not just because my kid tends to make a little bit of a mess when she's munching, because she came by, and honestly, because I tend to drop stuff. And I don't know why. I just have a propensity for it. So this is just less cleaning worry that I have. This is easier. Now, what you're going to find through the entire RV, whether it's the kitchen, the bathroom, here on the dining, are these sealed edge press membrane type countertops. And I love them because if you spill a drink, No big deal. Obviously, you want to wipe a drink up. You don't want to leave it, but it's just not going to hurt anything. And how's about a no knee knocker dinette so that a big goofball like me doesn't have to worry about smashing his knees into poles or anything like that? And it's pre-attached to the wall, so it's sturdy, it's stable, doesn't wiggle jiggle. So if somebody leans on it while they're getting out of the dinette, they're not going to spill your drink. It's so awesome. The carpetless update also really helps the whole RV look and feel larger. It's so seamless too because they use the same flooring in the slide that they used on the main floor. I personally like that. Opinions can vary, of course. So I mentioned earlier, the theater seating here is actually an optional piece of equipment we've put into this one. Because on a rainy day, you're going to see the bunk space is plenty. You got the dinette there for the kiddos. Now, the owners of the RV, sitting here on Boardwalk and Park Place in our No Neck Record Entertainment Center, you are going to really appreciate that. Now, that TV can pivot around for easy access. You'll actually see that in just a second here. But down below, we have that upgraded electric space heating fireplace, providing some handy-dandy warmth for us there. These things are awesome. They produce a ton of heat, and they don't burn up your propane. Now, you can see that we still have a little two-tone action going on right here, but it's not that severe. You know, it's so good looking. I love what they're doing here. Now, the DVD system, well, first of all, it's still DVD. It's not just Bluetooth and HDMI, but it does have HDMI. And hey, they left us this nice wide open shelf for entertainment area and even ran the HDMI cords for us, should we choose to do things like add a Blu-ray player. And hey, how about the fact that they actually included outlets for us? Or you can just use this for like a phone charge station, something like that. Oh, good Lord, where do I go from here? Well, I tell you what, while we're standing here, I normally do this later, but let's start up here and take a look at our kitchen cabinetry. If we peel that open, you can see how deep that is over the entertainment center. Not to mention some storage behind the TV and what I like to call a pantry-tainment storage area. Whipping our way around, you see a couple big drawers below the refrigerator and the oven. But it's kind of like one of those infomercial things where they're like, but wait, there's more. Because looking over here, you see those drawers. Well, if we pop those open, you see you've got triple plywood full extension drawers. As we work our way up past the sealed edge counters, you can see all pocket screwed cabinetry. And then finally, one of the two big mirrors over here does kind of hide a little coat closet, which is just really cool. Might as well finish the kitchen up while we're over here. I'm going out of my normal order, but I think we're going to make it work. I talked about the sealed edge counters. The sink is recessed. You can see the high-rise pull-down sprayer faucet. You've got the cutting board style sink cover as well as the dish, drying rack style sink cover. USB plugs down below here, which is kind of handy, with some household outlets easy to reach over there. So you don't have to get extension cords just to run your appliances. Now over here in the bunk area, this is one of the things I love about this camper, because with having that big open wall right there, it looks and feels so big because you can sense all this negative space. But if that's not your jam, or if it's nighttime, this open bunkhouse is still a private bunkhouse. You can pick how you want to camp. If you need to keep an eye on the kids, if you got a little one, you're kind of watching them nap, there you go. If you have, the other thing is these are big bunks back there. So if you have big kids or adult friends, they have a private bedroom back there. It's so good. When we slide this back out of the way, I want to give you a good look at these bunks here. So first of all, each of these is rated for at least 600 pounds, which is awesome. That's a best-in-class quality right there. They're using thicker bunk mats. They're using better materials, heavy-duty plywood, helping make that happen. And you can see there are AC vents back here. So the bunk room won't be stifling. It's not going to just crush your soul if you are back here sleeping. Plus, you got a breeze window for each bunk, and as you'll see in just a minute, you have yet another breeze window over here on the sidewall. But first, you see that little night light down there to help people see the steps when they're going up and down at night. But what's more, you can see if we pop this steps open, there's actually drawer space built right into the steps that leads up to that big corner double dresser and hanging closet. That is such a cool thing because anyone who camps with kids knows they use so much space. And having that extra storage is awesome. Now, up here around the corner, you can see also that we do have TV hookup. So if you want to, you can even have entertainment here. You can have entertainment in the living room, bedroom, bunkhouse, camp kitchen. You could have multiple separate sleeping zones. And I like the fact that mom and dad can reach around the corner. You can say, hey, lights out time, kids, but each bunk still gets its own individualized light. Plus the headboard storage up there, just all the nooks and crannies and every little thing they could possibly do with this. They really, really, really loaded it up. Working our way around here, get yourself a good look at that 12-volt compressor fridge. That is 10.7 of cubic feet of storage. That's like 40% bigger than the previous fridge was. No, what did I say, 12? 10.7? I don't know what I said, I'm sorry. 10.7 cubic foot of cold storage. There we go. And these 12-volt compressor fridges, they cool like a banshee. And you folks can't see this at home, but this thing's ice cold and it only spent 50 minutes on the road getting here. It's absolutely awesome. And if you're going to go off-grid, a simple side mount portable panel, or if you want to go crazy and add some roof solar, can keep that thing running a long, long time. Especially if you go with any sort of decent, high volume roof system, you could run that totally indefinitely. Over here, the dining area. Real quick look, if we fold that down, you can take a look and see that obviously that's a nice handy extra sleeper. I don't think you'll be using that much, but easy storage access to the dinette benches below. That's something a lot of people always tend to appreciate. I think we pretty much got it covered down here. Am I missing anything? I think we're good. Let's hop upstairs. Now, as we work our way up the staircase over here, a couple things. We looked at the J command earlier, and like I said, it is nice. You just have a switch for our lights and stuff. But what's cool is you still have individual switches here. And I like how they're a little bit zone dependent. That's our awning light over here, by the way. But I like that dedicated hallway light. So if you want to keep your bedroom doors closed, but keep the hallway light going so little people can see their way to the bathroom at night, you can. Now, these are all pre-wired, not just for side mount solar, but roof solar prep as well. And they show you right here where to mount that controller should you either add the Jayco solar panel system, which we can actually UPS to you, which is really cool. It doesn't require freight charges. If you don't know what that means, freight charge on a solar system could be like $400. A UPS charge on a solar system could be $40 to $50. It's really nice that you can UPS those. Some systems you can, some you can't. Jayco's you can. We have a sliding pocket privacy door here for the bathroom, but if you're noticing, it also has a handy magnet catch so that when it is slid all the way, it'll hold itself there. You don't gotta worry about people walking through. Here's another little update that's easy to miss. It's basically just a better version of what they had before. It's a style of like rain-proof vent fan, but it's the actual max air variety right now, and it just pushes a lot more air. It's very, very cool. All you have to do, you can open it, the fins on the outside right here, and then just, turn it on and off. There you go. I like the little towel hooks right there, the drunken octopus coat hangers, making an appearance today in our Jayco. Thank you very much. And we are a fluffy, friendly bathroom. You got big hips, big shoulders, long legs, tall, height. Like me. Well, you're going to fit here just fine. Especially since the whole upper deck is 6.5 foot tall to walk around, which will be the same height as the ceiling in the shower area because you don't step up into the shower. Plus, you got the skylight there. I love the little night light you got. Over here, this is a dual entry bed and bath. And, if you want to kind of sneak in from this side at night, if you got to hop up and down and use the bathroom, easy to get in and out. And you can obviously, we've got some good linen space or toiletry space or whatever built right into the storage slide over here. More of that sealed edge countertop type stuff. And as we work our way up here, you can see that backlit mirror. I call that the morning mirror because when I wake up like a zombie, I don't want direct light hitting me in the face. Well, I don't have to, which is kind of nice. Now, you notice how the bedroom lights are not on. If you want to, with J command, you can operate all that stuff from your phone, but you don't have to because they still give us a light switch. So if you're not a tech aficionado, no big deal. You don't have to be super tech oriented. There's still just a physical switch to do your stuff here. They've kind of cleaned up the front bedroom look of this, and oh man, I love that symmetrical bedroom look they got going on. The side stands, and notice how there's individual little reading lamps on either side of that. But if you're noticing, if you peek just inside that closet, there's a set of switches over there. You'll see the same thing over here. Left and right sides of the bed each have their own switch. Oh, good Lord. I just kind of noticed that's a bigger window than we used to have. Whoa. Holy crap, that's a That's a big window. Anyway, sorry. I just sort of keyed into that and it really shocked me. Super, super CPAP friendly side stands as well. And those are good for a lot of different reasons, more than just sleep apnea. There's a lot of people with various pulmonary issues that find a lot of benefit from them. 60 by 80, true queen. And if we take a look below that, you can see that there is plenty of storage there. And notice that until you get all the way up to the side stands, there is no like step up or anything like that. They basically, I think, effectively completely eliminated the step up around their beds in these Eagle HTs. They've done just such a good job of it. So if I step all the way up here, because I can, notice that in the slide, Eagles keep a window where a lot of brands will sacrifice that, so you're getting more light, more airflow. There's household outlets over there. You could almost use it like a little desk station. And then you see some drawers and some cabinet space. Well, if we pop all that open, you can see that there's obviously, some good long-term hanging storage there. The extra dresser space, always going to be very beneficial. Now, across from the bed, of course, should you choose to add a TV, the hookups are going to be located straight across from you. And if you get an articulating TV mount, it can pivot down toward your face and not really strain your neck. Back outside, can we just take a second to appreciate the aesthetic here? Oh my goodness, does this look good. It looks so sharp, so modern, so defined. I love it. Bruh. On the nose cap, you still have those orange lightsaber glow beams, just in direct sunlight. They're not going to do us a whole lot of good, so I have them shut off. But they're orange because that's still DOT approved. And oh man, the face of this thing coming at you. What a treat. Now, up front here, now standard on these Eagle HTs, the Turning Point fifth wheel hitch by LCI, Trail Air, whatever you want to call it. Basically, if you have a short bed pickup, the hitch can be made, it doesn't have to, but it can be made to pivot so that the kind of cutaway area of the nose cap and the hitch pivoting together will give you the ability to make really sharp corners, which is really nice. Now, structurally, nothing's really changed. We still have this big front storage compartment up here, and next to that we have room for like 4 batteries if you are so inclined, which is awesome if you just want to go battery nuts. One of the other more recent updates on the Eagle HT series from Jayco here at Haylett RV is they are now standard automatic leveling. So Cougar, Arctic Wolf, Eagle, anything in this size and category that we have here, automatic leveling, just push the button, stand back, and let them do the job, and that's cool. All prepped and ready for slide awnings if you're so inclined. The white skin and the dark windows, really doing a good job of keeping the sunshine out of the interior. Our docking center, thankfully, hasn't changed much. Eagles are and have been, 0 to 100 degree or better rated for a long time now. But up top here, a couple things. You've got motion lighting up here, just like we have in the past. We'll see that more in a little bit. Simple side mount solar prep plug inside this whole galvanized rolled steel cavity. That blue coily hose with the sprayer head on the end there, and very easy to manage water system. If you notice, there's only 2 levers you really got to flip. There's a color-coded little cheat sheet on here that even, an elementary school kid who knows their colors can handle. And notice how all of our gate valves are all enclosed, protected, heated. Again, well into the 0 to 100 degree rated category over here. Easy to reach battery disconnect just below our auto leveling controls is also a very nice handy thing. And hey, why not just take a knee real quick? You can just see the enclosed underbelly, insulated, heated, and that's the thing. It's not just a radiant barrier in the belly. They have that, but they are actually insulated as well. Behind that slide, behind those breeze through slide windows, notice how they're using max airflow windows on Eagles. You're not going to lose any airflow. Frameless look good, but you're going to lose a lot of airflow. You won't have that problem here. Below the steps to the bunks, we've got ourselves a huge second basement compartment. So if you need a spot for just all the kids' stuff, toys, and I mean, even one kid can take up so much space. You see, you've got 2 ways to get to it. There's a lot. Your little bag toss games and all that, you're good to go. Now, safety is something that is always a concern for Jayco. You see a lot of that in their motorized division, but here in the towables, Eagle was the first, and it has kind of permeated through a lot of the rest of the RV family from Jayco, to introduce J Smart Lighting. That stands for signals, markers, and reverse travel. So a lot of RVs, when you hit your turn signals, just your tail lights blink. But on Eagles, you have extra upper clearance lights, and then all the associated clearance lights or marker lights on the side of the RV that corresponds to your turn signal will blink along with it. So kind of like a semi-truck, people get a better idea of what you're doing. Now, we are not just backup camera ready. I've already kind of cruised past the prep points for what I'm talking about, but it is rear and side camera ready. Up on the front marker lights, there are side camera prep mounts, and Jayco thought ahead. If the J-Smart lighting system is causing that light to blink, there is a totally separate wire that runs to the camera, so the camera's not going to clip in and out on you. One more thing here, I just cruised past it. Eagle was the first to do this in their HT series, and a lot of other guys are doing it now. You have a 3,000 pound rated, not just accessory hitch, but towing hitch. And there is 4-way wiring harness down there, and you see the towing chain hooks. So if you have a little trailer you want to put behind this, if your state allows for things like recreational doubles, where other brands don't, Eagle does. Now over here on the door side, or as I call it, Party Central, holy crap, every square inch of this thing is combed for fun. So starting back here, they have a really interesting full-size camp kitchen. It's very atypical. Like a lot of camp kitchens are either big or small, and they pretty much look the same. But this one, because you got those two big bunks kind of fighting for space, you can see how that upper area kind of juts out toward us. Well, if we get a little closer, you can see that if you are interested, you can throw yourself a big TV out here. You can have some serious outdoor entertainment. Around the corner, you'll see one of those Furrion lit speaker mounts. We've done different videos and talks about those. Household outlets, and notice we've got all this galvanized rolled steel prep space. But what's cool is how this is only like waist level. So, you know, you don't have to feel like you're an Olympic diver. If you're trying to wash your hands, you ever see a lot of camp kitchens where the sink is like up here? You got to have your hands like this, like you're getting ready to dive into a swimming pool. You don't have that problem here. Real sink inlaid into that galvanized countertop. That is a replaceable, I call this like a scorpion tail sink style, but that's like almost like an air hose quick release. So that blue coily hose with the sprayer handle we saw earlier, you could use that for all kinds of campsite cleanup. And then they figured, why stop there? Let's go ahead, go on with the galvanized drawer as well, so that if water or humidity gets in there, no big deal, no big whoop. Capital Grill over here doing the job of keeping the food cooking for us, keeping the troops fed, as it were. And of course, the Bluebird and Blazing Barley Poppinator 9000 series right there, because you're going to need that by the time you get this thing full over here, although obviously not every single RVer is going to just be packing her full of barley pop. Bottles of water, little hug juice barrels, all kinds of different things go pretty good out here. And I like the shelf space that they did. They, you know, every little nook and cranny that possibly could be is useful. And if you're noticing, this fridge is actually off kilter slightly by intention, so that this refrigerator door, if I grab the correct side, can actually open further and have easier access to that, which is just darn handy. Over here we have our Goodyear Endurance radials. Jayco's been doing them better, stronger, longer than anybody else. You're watching a few other brands trying to play catch up here. Jayco's been using these American-made 87 mile-an-hour rated tires for a while. They are nitro filled for what that's worth. I'm not a super big, like, oh boy, nitro. Like, I don't think it really makes any big difference, but I don't know. I guess it's a thing. If you believe in it, there you go. They're nitro filled. Also, this is a best-in-class suspension system here. The Moride CRE 3000 suspension system. Rubber shock dampening. You can see it's got all wet bolt fasteners, and you got to watch the Pretender luxury kind of brands. There's some brands out there saying wet bolt stuff, but it's not. Like, it just dries up, and they don't have, if it doesn't have grease zerks like this does, then it's not a wet bolt fastener. So keep that in mind. If you don't know what that means, long story short, better suspension, you know, for higher road mileage, and easier self-maintenance is effectively what all that means. Over here, Eagle doing Eagle things. This is quintessential Eagle doing Eagle things, because not only do you have the silver extra large entry handle, you've got the extra large entry handle built right onto these Moride steps. And as you are seeing, they are the 0G variety, which you tend to find more on the luxury full-time RV brands. But then again, Eagle HT, just like Eagle, North Point, Pinnacle, Talon, Seismic from Jayco, just like the Cougars and Montanas we have here at Haylett RV, is rated for full-time RVing. So they said, why not use the nicer equipment, the 0G variety? Also, I love the fact that the step light, so that you can kind of see what you're doing, the switch is outside. It's smarter. Eagle's just smarter, and I love them. You can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm a little biased. I like Eagle. I think Eagle is pound for pound one of the best fifth wheels ever created, ever. rubberized, like same as like a seismic fifth wheel toy hauler decking down in here, so that, you know, cargo shifting doesn't rip and tear stuff up. Motion activated lighting on both sides of the pass-through. TV hookups there, and if you want to, you can run that cable down through that little feed port. And if we take a knee and look up, you can see that completely protected upper deck that we were talking about. You've got that double-sided radiant layer going all the way across the upper deck and over the pin box. That's an area a ton of brands tend to miss. Up the nose, across the roof, down the wall. I mean, they wrap it all the way around. And the thing is, they've been doing it that way for a long time. Now we're gonna hop upstairs onto the roof in just a second, but little detail, little updates like this. Instead of the plastic T-shaped holdback, they've got magnets even out here on this little fridge door. It's just the little daily use convenience factors like that. Every inch of this thing is dialed in. And now, with the new lightened up exterior and this polar white roof membrane, these Eagles are going to be even better in hot camp climates than they ever were before. It will help organically reflect and shed a bunch of sunlight. And Eagle always was hot cold camp rated, has been for longer than I've been in this business, but they're even better at it now. You know, it's just awesome how they keep pushing the envelope, they keep getting better, they keep driving forward. Winegard Air 360 antenna is pretty common nowadays. Basically, you don't have to crank it up and down. It's a handy little thing, and you can upgrade that to have a little, like Wi-Fi router access point. Now, last year, and a couple years actually, Eagles have had a different kind of bathroom roof vent. We looked at it briefly inside, but folks didn't quite understand it. Well, they've now gone to a Max Air variety, and people know the name Max Air. You can leave the vent open on a rainy day, keep that fan blowing to keep the air moving. And this one's nice because it doesn't stick up too high, so it doesn't stick up past the air conditioner. And if you are inclined, Eagle's been doing this, I think, for longer than anyone in this class. We are prepped and ready for roof solar, should you be so inclined as to be doing some off-grid, or you just want some battery tending. Not to mention, it is already side prepped for side solar, like a portable panel if you're so inclined. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, they all have that special quality. Like you see over here, we have Montanas and Arctics and Eagles and Cougars and other Montanas and North Points and Pinnacles. I mean, we've got all kinds of things here. Every one of these fifth wheels has its own cool special qualities. But man, pound for pound, Eagles sure have a lot. And it's kind of funny, at the time of this filming, like you see that silver Eagle right over there, and it looks good. But then you look at the Eagles today, and oh my goodness, does it look so much better. I'm very excited. I think this is one of the best waves of updates I've ever seen on Eagles since the time that they first went platinum skin. I think they are truly, truly threatening best in class right now. Again, every RV is cool in different ways, but good Lord, Eagles got a lot of them. So give us a call at Haylett RV. With the exception of hidden dealer fees, which we don't do, we do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.